The following Let's Play has been rated for mature audiences only. Any attempts to break the game are for entertainment value only. However, if any typos happen to be found, Mwahaha! Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. When we last left off, we decided we wanted to be a girl and decided to leave the orphanage. Whether we're going to go back to the orphanage or not, I'm not sure. Let's just explore town and talk to people and find out what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and explore this town with a child's curiosity. Well, hello there, little lady. You sure are out late. Do you live here? No, I live at Warren Hall. I'm, an orphan? Don't be ashamed, girl. Say it with pride. You want to know something? I'm one of the 8 legendary heroes. I helped to defeat Mercer, and you want to know something else? I was an orphan too. My parents gave me away. So you see, you can be anything you want to be, just don't ever give up. Come to think of it, this guy does look familiar. So, as I mentioned last time, this game is the sequel to Ursus Quest: Shadow of the Towers. Now that was your typical RPG, but it did have some interesting features. For example, you had like, I want to say 8 different characters that you can choose from. Each of them had their own abilities, and when you beat the game you could play through again on New Game Plus mode with those different characters. And I think this might have been one of those characters that you could be. What is this place, by the way? That's not a real door. Here's the real door. It's the Artist Guild. That's right, one of the things you can become is an artist. Well, let's head inside. We're probably too young to join a guild just yet, but we'll see what we can do here. Oh, it's not a shop. Well now, what brings you here at such an hour, young lass? I'm just out for a walk. And what have you seen on your walk so far? Well, Moyers is beautiful. Well, that makes me feel good, because the way this town looks is partially due to me. You know those statues along the entrance of town? Well, I carved those. You've got a good eye. Maybe one day you can work for me here as an artist. Can I talk to him again? Yawn. Well, it's gotten late and I need to finish closing up the shop so I can get home. You should do the same. Alright. Yeah, being an artist might be one thing I'll try out. So, let's see, what else we got here? We got, I think I talked to him. Let's see. Max Armor. It's locked. We can't go in. Oops. Trying to make the text so fast and I went too far. Now I've gone too far. Can't go in there. I mean, look at this place. This looks awesome. I really hope it's bright enough on the recording. For some reason, I really like the night. That might be because most of the time I'm awake through the night. But also, I just like the lights. And the stars. And somewhere out there is a moon. There it is. Is the moon moving? Not that I can tell, so it might be just that it's stuck at this time until sometime. Althea's house? It's open. There's a treasure chest. There's also a couple of events here. Not sure what they're for. They'll probably be for something later. Wow. She does not look friendly. My goodness, a strange visitor. I didn't hear you come in. I must have forgotten to lock the front door again. But no matter. How can I help you, young lady? I'm sorry I just barged in, but this is my first time in town, and your young brain was just racing with new adventures, am I right? Hee hee, you remind me of myself when I was your age. before... Never mind. You're too young to understand. Although you do look as though you've seen sadness. Tell me, little one, do you think true love really exists? I might have preferred there to be also an I don't know option. Or maybe I don't understand love. I mean, after all, I'm 5 years old. Well, since I'm 5 years old, I have a very jaded opinion of the world. Then again, I live in that orphanage where there's all that hate, but who knows? Maybe I read fairy tales or something. Yes, I think so. Well, your youthful optimism is quite refreshing, but we'll see how you feel in a few years. Also, my furnace is running. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm going to have to turn that thing off when I record, because it's like right around the corner in the hallway. Oh, there's this treasure chest here, and I'm like really tempted to open it. One of the professions you can become, I'm pretty sure, is a thief. But do I want to start becoming a thief now? I just know that if I open that chest, something bad is going to happen. I don't want to deal with that. Let's see. Cask and anchor. Can't go in there right now. I imagine certain buildings are open at certain times of day. Is anything interesting back here? Wow, there is! I did not expect to find a person down here. Tempest? What are you doing out here? Same as you. I snuck out just like you did. Is this where you always come to when you sneak out? Behind somebody else's house? Shh! Keep your voice down! And no, I didn't start coming here until I realized that the lady that lives in this house has something really valuable that I want, and I'm going to get it, one way or another. You mean you're going to steal it? Shh! Do you want her to hear us? Of course I'm going to steal it. She's not going to just give it to me. Now listen, she goes to bed at about the same time every night, which is in about an hour. All I have to do is wait here for that to happen and go through the front door. See that cabinet? That's where she keeps it. What? Aren't you afraid? No, I'm not afraid. If you keep your head, you can get away with anything. And even if they catch me, so what? They can't ruin my life any worse than it already is. Nobody's going to give you anything. If you want something, you have to take it. Here, take this. It's a key to the abandoned granary on the other side of town. It'll be my hideout one day. Now get out of here. Besides Horace, you're the only person at Warren Hall that was ever nice to me. I hope you'll be okay. What, you want to be an accomplice? Come on, get out of here. That's interesting. I totally did not expect to find something behind there. I'm really curious. Can I go back into this house and tell the lady that there's a thief about? That would certainly be the right thing to do. But I don't want to lose her as a friend, so I'm not going to say anything. Is there a building behind here? A jail. I have a feeling our friend is going to wind up here at some point. Stairs! Anybody in jail? No? What are you doing here? This is no place for little girls. Are you here to see someone? I'm not supposed to let kids in here without an adult, but if you promise to behave and be careful, I'll let you go down to see the prisoners. Keep away from the bars, but remember all that you see down there as a reminder to be good. You don't want to end up down there now, do you? No. That's a good girl. You really wouldn't like it down there. Do you still want to go down to the prison? I'm curious. So we got a prison, and then there's this thing behind me. Alright. That's supposed to be a bell? Looks like a miniature shield. I wish the camera in this game were better. This is important. It has an exclamation mark, but it doesn't do anything yet. I imagine someday I'll wind up being down here if I decide to choose thief as my profession. Hello, guy. Stay away from the bars. What? A little kid? Ah, so Lauren must be here to relieve me finally. And this is his idea of some kind of joke. Ha ha! I'm just so amused, I can hardly contain myself. Lauren, wasn't that a name on the save file for the game? Anyway, just keep down the center line and don't get too close to the bars. And don't take too long. I have a certain night watchman to throttle before I pass out. Are there going to be any people inside the bars? Or behind the bars? I imagine there will be. Got plenty of slowdown here, plenty of different passages, and it's looking at them all even though they're behind walls. Well, thus far it doesn't seem to be anybody in the jail. That's good, because honestly that would be kind of dumb to become a thief and steal and kill whenever we all need to sort of work together. I wonder... Aha! I can't open it. Aww. Maybe I have to be a thief in order to be able to open it. Are you done yet? Well, hurry up. Okay, I'm done. Anything here? Yep. Another one of these deals. Once again, I can't open the chest. But it makes me really curious. Alright, we're done down there. You know, I'm going to have to double check, but the time icon on the upper right, I thought it looked like the night had progressed a little on it. Oh, let's find out. That's enough for today. It's late. You should be getting home. Oh, so I can't go back down. Well, just rewind the video a bit and see if the moon is in a different position, along with that little blue streak in the lower right of the icon. But it might be that in that dungeon time was progressing. And this looks awkward. Okay, here we are. Kind of interesting that the jail is there. The jail itself is a whole actual building, so having it kind of combined with these other buildings is pretty interesting. And into the library we go. Alright, there's a person over here. Why are so many people around here blue? Dabba dee dabba die. Greetings, little one. I always come here at night to avoid the crowds of people. I'm on the brink of a major revelation here, so please leave me to read in peace. Can I talk to you again? Yeah, but it's the same message. I imagine that there's not a single useless person in... Oh yeah, that's another thing you can become, an archaeologist. Are there any books to read? That would be kind of neat if I could actually read a book. But that is probably not going to be the case. Nope, not that I can tell. Also, I never noticed that there were lamps up there. Does this game have electricity? Because those look very much like light bulbs. And here we are outside. Why did I have to point that out? I don't know. What's this place? The chapel. I don't know if you can be... Oh, so there is a save point in this town. I assume that's what that's for. Alright, there's a couple people in here. Let's, And there's one of these things. Can't really use it. There's a lot of mystery objects so far. My lost lamb. Oh, my goodness, you're a young one. How can I help you, little girl? No, I was just looking around. Do you own this church? Heh, no, I'm just a disciple in training. One day I'll be a full-fledged clergyman, like my brother Conrad over there. People say it's pointless to try and help people, that it's impossible to make a difference. What do you think? Everybody should help. It's good to hear a lass so young speaks words so wise. I'm sure you'll grow to be a fine lady of virtue one day. At this point, I'm wondering if some of you are watching this thing and thinking, oh, I wish something would happen. Well, that's what happens whenever you have a sandbox game. Whenever you explore everything, that tends to slow things down. I'm sure somewhere around here there's something that would trigger like a main objective, but I like to explore. Also, does this statue do anything? This statue has a button on the base that will open a door to the catacombs under St. Ursus Cathedral if pressed. Will you open the door and descend the staircase to the catacombs? No! That sounds freaky. Welcome to my sanctuary. What can I do for you today? There's nothing I can help you with. I wish you a safe journey. Alright, so this guy is like a shop. He'll actually, in traditional RPG fashion, like in Dragon Quest, he'll like recover you from poison, revive a dead party member, that sort of thing. So is this a save point? I'd say yes, it is a save point. By the way, you gotta... there's like different... There's a file down there. Because, as I mentioned before, with RPG Maker 3, the save file is actually part of the game file. Don't know how that works. Well, actually I do, but it sounds like a dumb idea to have it part of the same file, because that sounds like it would take up an awful lot of memory. I mean, whenever you imagine that... I mentioned this before, but RPG Maker 3, you can create 100 people in your entire game, because every person in your game has their own stats and their own inventory. So for 3 save files, that means you're saving 300 people and their stats and their inventories, along with various game progress. Which makes me wonder, of the 1,000 or 2,000, whatever amount of kilobytes, I'm not sure which it is, but the kilos that the save file take up, I wonder how much of that is just the game saves, the progress files of the gameplay, and how much of it is the actual game. Moyos Academy. Few people here. Speaking of the 100 person limit, this game kind of gets around that by not having much exploration to do. It seems like, if I had to guess, this might be the only town in the game. Maybe there's another one, but either way, there's not going to be a whole lot of places to explore. Doesn't sound like it anyway. I mean, the description for the game says one world map, but it's a really detailed world map. Couldn't really tell very well whenever I was out there, but once we get to exploring it, it might be pretty nice. Anything of interest? Well, there's just this guy. Mumble mum. Leave me be, I'm busy. Mumble mumph mumph mumph. He's got a lot of stuff in here. Now, I am curious about these treasure chests. Oh, it's just one treasure chest. What's this? Just a crate? Scenery? Alright. So we opened the treasure chest. There was a spices inside. Spices. I don't know why it brought up that menu. No description. Come on, you're going to go through this much effort to create a detailed game, but you're not going to give any of this stuff descriptions? Hey, what's this? I guess he's not interested. Alright. Well, if you're not going to question why I opened that treasure chest, I guess I'll keep it. Actually, now that I think about it, now that I know there's a place to save in here, I'm going to go ahead and save again, and then go to that one place from earlier that had a treasure chest that I avoided in that woman's house. And I'm just going to open it, and if it does bad things, guess what I'm going to do? If you guessed reset, you win. Alright, back in Athena's house. Or Althea's house. There might be a person sitting in that chair at some point. It's an event. So let's check this. Oh, I can't actually check that. Well, as long as I'm here anyway. Let's continue our conversation tomorrow, okay? It's late and I'm tired. It's too late for you to be out as well. Alright, so I guess I can't tell her that my friend is planning to steal something from her. And I can't open that treasure chest, so... whatever. Tree. I had to point that out. It's a tree. I don't know if it's a tree that comes with a map or if it was actually placed here. Alright, let's check out the... we can't go in there, I bet. Nope. The door is locked. Okay, well, this is interesting. This door here, by default, is not an actual door that you can go into. But judging by this event that was sitting here, it might be that at some point... wow, that looks interesting. Oh, now I can't get it. Oh wait, here we go. If you look at the door, it sort of disappears. Like, whenever it's not on screen, it de-renders, I guess, to save on resources. Never seen that before. Now, what was I saying? Oh yeah, this event here, it might be that there's an event there that leads into that not in an actual building. That's kind of interesting. Alright, one more place and we'll... well, how much more do we have to explore anyway? We got the musician's girl, Zinnia's house. Any of these buildings in the middle, something? Probably not. Bit of slow down there, but not much. Oh, and we got the key to that place now. Alright, so... with only a few places left to look at, I think what we'll do is end the episode here. Next time, we'll explore these last few buildings. I'll see you then.